Hey everyone, it's Bart Earl. Sorry for the delayed start. We had a little glitch with the meeting. This is the, I don't know what number session it is, but this is a review session for the Hot Docs online training, developer training, or the online developer training. I don't know if we have any volunteers today to show us the what they've done with their homework, but I was going to start by just asking if, because it was a pretty difficult assignment this time around, a pretty complicated material that we were delving into. Just wanted to start by asking if anybody ran into any difficulties with the homework. And if anybody does, if they can let us know via the chat. We're not seeing any responses, so is there anyone who would like to tell us what their experience was with the homework this time around? And I'm not seeing any responses there either. I'm seeing a response. I attempted to follow the instructions to get into A to J. Let me hold on a second. Let me unmute Hunter. Or Dion, I'm sorry. Dion, you're now unmuted. Can you want to tell us what your experience was? And maybe you not, maybe you're not audible. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to, for some reason I can't see the question, full question, but let me see if I can.
I can read it. It says, I attempted to follow the instructions to get A to J too, and now he's just typed the issue I had was when I signed, nothing happened as the video, the sidebar did not open. And can you unmute me? And I think the message is for Irma.
Okay, let's see.
Maybe we unmute Irma.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I'm wondering if he got the approval. Did he get the sign off from A to J author?
Okay, I've unmuted Irma.
Okay.
So does that, would you, I guess, Dion, you may be sharing a connection with Irma, and maybe you can tell us what the issue was, explain to us. Yeah, I'm just looking at the question again. So Claudia was wondering if you got the approval from, I guess you're talking about, this would be A to J, right?
Mm-hmm.
They signed in, nothing happened. Yeah. Since you're not audible, I was going to ask you to share your screen maybe and show us what happened. But since you're not, looks like you're not audible for some reason, that is not going to work. Is there anybody else who had trouble signing in to A to J? Okay, let me have you, should I, let me make Dion the presenter. I don't know if I should be making Dion or Irma. Okay, now we're seeing the screen. Okay. Okay, so you can show us, I guess, we're seeing your screen, so you can show us what happened. It looks like you are logged in. Okay. Yeah, this is, so I see what's happening. You're logged in, but the screen doesn't seem to be responding. And you did get the approval, get an email from them with the indicating you were approved as a for A to J author. Let me just see. I'm going to look at the questions again. Yeah. Yeah, you should definitely, when you sign in, if you've been approved, you should be seeing a different screen. This may be, Jessica wasn't able to join us today, unfortunately, but this may be something where you need to loop in with Jessica and see if she has any solution to it, because I'm not sure what would cause this.
And I'm wondering, Dion, if it was the homework training that you were trying to watch, or it was something else inside the A to J author suite, because the homework training should be posted, and I'm looking for the link right now. It should be posted independent of the A to J author place.
Yeah, I think it looks like Dion was just trying to sign up for A to J author, which may have been part of the homework from the previous session. And I don't think it's definitely not the homework that we're supposed to be reviewing this week. So yeah, I think we need to have, Jessica will be on future sessions, or can Dion contact her directly, Claudia?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or I could email Jessica and copy Dion.
Yep, that would be good, because we probably need her to help with this issue. So can we go back to the homework for this week, the hot docs homework, and ask again if anybody had any issues, if they ran into any problems? It would be good if you did run into problems, even if you were able to solve them, if you can share them with us, because that may help other people who are going forward. Okay, no. The assignment for this week was Dion is asking if the assignment was the FL 100. That was last week's assignment. This week's assignment, we were coming back to hot docs and doing the repeats in the hot docs template, and also creating a custom or scripted interview. So I think we should probably see if anybody has any commentary or would like to tell us about their experiences with that. We can, I mean, we could go back and deal with the PDF template piece, which we did cover in the last review, if nobody else has any input for today. But also, since you're not audible, Dion, I'm not sure how much, how well we can cover that.
Should I unmute everyone, Bart?
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Because it's a small group anyway, and that way
Yep.
people can feel more free in interacting.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, did people try to do the homework and it just didn't happen because other stuff got in the way, which is totally okay? Or was it that it was too difficult?
This is Stephen Seeley. I was able to get through the homework. The only issue I really ran into was I misnamed a couple variables and had to go back and clean up after myself, but that was pretty much the extent of it.
Okay. How about other folks? Were they able to do it? It's and I do hear somebody typing.
Oops, sorry, that's Stephen.
Okay. So, yeah. So I know, Stephen, you've did you run into any difficulties at all in doing the homework?
Not in this one. The only one that's really thrown me a curveball has been the kind of figuring out the logic for the conditional statements, but this wasn't all too rough.
Oh, good. Okay. It's usually the one thing that people find the most difficult. So I'm glad that it worked out.
I guess maybe I've just done it very, very wrong.
Well, do you want to, I mean, can I impose upon you to show what you did?
Sure. Let me tidy up my screens here real quick.
Okay. And then I'll make you presenter.
All right.
And I see, while we're waiting, I see that Melanie posted a comment that we're not able to hear her, but she did do it, the homework, and it was okay. She said she read the book when she got into trouble. I'm assuming the book being the Hot Docs Help, probably. So are you ready, Stephen?
Ready when you are.
Okay. I'm making you the presenter.
All right. All right, so it should have the petition up.
Okay, yep, I'm seeing it. We're seeing it. And so do you want to show us where you did the repeats?
All right, let's scroll down a bit here and let's go view. There they are.
Okay.
Yeah, for the most part, I follow along with the YouTube video. I find that's pretty helpful, just to watch the commentary and just a bit of see and repeat.
Yeah. And did you find yourself going back to sections of the video as you did it?
Yeah, if something wasn't quite clear or there was a mistake, like what I mislabeled, and it was DOB was BOB, a few things just to go back and clean up. So when I went back, I'd just repeat and rewatch and kind of mimic the steps again to try to get me back on track.
Okay. And I see you did the repeats for the children's addresses.
Yep.
With the nested repeat. And how about the custom interview?
Oh,
Want to show us your
into that over here. So where did that go?
So if you go to the component manager.
Yep. Let me pull it back up.
Yeah. And if you go to component file properties on the left-hand side, it's the icon second from the, yep, that's the one. And then you'll see if you click on the edit button next to interview CO, that'll show you the custom interview. So you can make, you can resize this this dialogue a little bit so that it shows the entire interview. Okay. So you've got your petitioner information, pregnancy, the children, and of course this would not be the complete interview, but that's just basically the beginnings of the interview. So if you do a test of if you test the template, you would only see this custom interview, but you would need to develop obviously a much fuller custom interview in order to have a complete one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just looking to see if there's any questions that have come up. And I'm not seeing any. I'll just once again ask if anybody had questions about the homework for this week or had, ran into any problems that we can help them with today. And I guess everybody's unmuted, so theoretically they should be able to talk. But if we're not hearing you, you may be self-muted, and you could also type something into the questions if you like. I don't know, Mark, if you have anything that you want to add here or. I'm not hearing Mark, so. Mark, are you able to hear me? So
That's weird because he's unmuted too.
Yeah. I don't know if we're having issues with.
It may be a webinar thing, go to webinar thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Melanie
I see.
had a comment.
Yeah. Can you want to read it?
Oh no, that's what she's saying. You still cannot hear me.
Yeah.
That's okay. Okay.
Yeah. And Mark is saying that we can't hear him either. I see a comment from Dion that says, I did do the repeat and it worked fine. I did run into multiple variables as well.
Am I audible now, by the way?
You are, yep.
Yeah.
Yep, you are, yeah.
Hey guys, sorry for all the confusion with everything. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't add anything on this part, but I would remind folks there's one more round of Hot Docs homework. It's lighter than this one for sure. And we are still interested in having a volunteer or two who can show their work next week at the same call. Like I say, it's a relatively light load, so if anybody on this call is willing to volunteer for next week, I would welcome having them tell me. Other than that, I don't have anything to add, Bart.
Okay. So do we have anybody want to raise their hands and volunteer? I'm just pulling out the question panel here to in the chat to see if anybody is volunteering. And I'm not seeing any. Again, as Mark said, it's a relatively light load, something you should be able to get through pretty quickly. So it would be, if you haven't volunteered before, it would be a good time to volunteer.
I'll send around another email requesting folks, so
okay.
you'll have another chance, but thanks.
Okay. So I think unless somebody has something to add here, unless there are other questions, then we probably should wrap up for today. And Claudia will email Jessica and Dion so that they can be connected on the A2J sign up.
Okay. And the folder, we know that the folder for next week is empty, that we don't have anything, so we're gonna work to post that.
No, it's posted, Claudia.
Oh, it is posted? Okay.
Yep, should be fine.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Take care.
Take care.